On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be having a look at the DC Universe Batman Legacy Series 2. We're going to be looking today at Catman. Just one of those figures I really was never expecting to find ever released in the DC Universe. Luckily, we've now got Catman released as part of the Batman Legacy line. The figure includes an exclusive comic book poster and also appears to have some claws going on in there as well. Can't wait to get this guy out of the package. Speaking of package, we've got the Batman logo at the top with a nice Batman cityscape, the Gotham City cityscape. On the side there's a picture of Catman. On the back, celebrate the legacy of Batman with these other two figures released in Series 2. We've got the Golden Age Batman. We've also got a Silver Age Batgirl. A picture of Catman again. And the read-up says, Hunter, Tracker, Thief. When the thrill of big game hunting becomes too boring, one-time millionaire and spendthrift Thomas Blake takes to a life of crime. He uses his skills as a hunter and tracker to become a notorious burglar known early on for lifting valuable art and jewels, wearing a cat costume made from an ancient cloth believed to grant his wearer 9 lives. Catman carries an array of weapons on a utility belt similar to his heroic foil and inspiration Batman. Later, Catman becomes a member of the immoral, villainous unit known as Secret Six, taking part in a variety of dastardly crimes. And that, in a nutshell, my friends, is Catman. What we're going to do is we're going to get this package open up, and we are going to have a look at the villain of Catman. Stay tuned, guys. There's more on the way. Don't go anywhere. And the first thing we'll look at is the poster that comes with Catman. We open it up here. Got a picture of Catman facing Batman on an unmarked poster. No issue, no nothing. It's just a poster of Batman and Catman. Not as interesting, I would say, as the posters that came with both the Golden Age and Batman and the Silver Age Batgirl, but it's a poster. I probably will not likely put them up anyways, so there you go. Other accessories that come with Catman is a Silver Age stand. Silver Age Batman Legacy stand. Says Catman on the front there. I kind of wish that they would change out this logo. I know it's Mattel. I know they just want to reuse the same molds, but I'm kind of done really with the '89 Batman logo as the staple for Batman logos. Anybody else? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I find they really use this logo to death versus there are so many other cooler Batman logos out there. I'd almost just be happy with the logo that's just the, I guess the Golden Age logo, but it's a stand. Am I really going to find too many faults with a stand? Come on. He does come with a stand. Putting that down, Catman also comes with not one, but 2 claws that you can have him holding in his hand. Speaking of hands, let's actually put one in his hand so I can show you guys. Unfortunately, you have to pry his fingers open a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, just a fair bit. And I guess, I don't know. Doesn't seem to really, sits pretty loose in his hand. Try putting it the other way. Yeah, it sits pretty loose in his hand, unfortunately. Neat enough accessory, but it just kind of, as you can see, just flops around in there. Take this out of his hand. For all that, we're just going to take it out of his hand anyways. But he does come with 2 of them. And let's zoom in onto the face of Catman, who I gotta say, being a sci-fi buff, bears a very striking resemblance, was it to Michael Shanks from Stargate? Yes? Daniel Jackson? Anyone else see it? No? Spot? Are you the only one? I see it. Michael Shanks, right there, folks. Michael Shanks. But I gotta say, I do like the Catman face. It would have been such an easy cop-out had they just used a regular Batman face and just painted it. But it wouldn't obviously have looked like Catman. They've given us a new sculpt. The short ears going on there, very cool. I also like the fact that they've put in stubble. There are very few DC Universe figures that have stubble, which is not nearly enough if you ask me. But we've got the blue eyes on Catman as well. I really like the coloring that they used, not only in his cowl, but I think the more interesting aspect is the yellowy, kind of golden color that they used for the rest of his body. It's not just a simple gold or a simple yellow. They've actually done a couple of different shades in there. So you've got some lighter shades, some darker shades going on in there. A very nice welcome to sometimes the single color that they tend to use for most DC Universe figures. It's very nice that they've given us these added layers going on there. He's also got a couple other colors going on with their lighter brown on the utility belt and the straps on the sides of his cape. The cape, I think it might be a Superman cape. It might not be, but he's got himself a brown cape going on there. He's got some nice gold in his around his gloves and around his boots, which seems to be a new boot as well. I even like the fact that they've taken the time to put treads on the undersides of his boots as well. A very solid figure. He apparently also likes Monster drinks as well, the energy drinks. No, come on folks, it's the little Catman scratch logo there on his chest. Very nice. In the way of Catman's articulation, being a standard DC Universe figure, he'll have a ball-jointed head. He'll have a pin and socket shoulder, which will allow him to rotate the arm all the way around, also back in and out. Rotation in the bicep, a bend at the elbow, a rotation in the hand. I also want to take the time to say that the Batman, or the Catman here, has a very rewarding, very satisfying tight joints. The arms and everything else are really, really tight on the figure. Sometimes with the fact that they reuse these molds, the joints, as you know, for any collector out there, the joints on some of the figures can get extremely loose. Not the Catman though, very, very rewarding to get this guy out of package, and he's extremely tight. I don't know if maybe that sounds right, but the legs can move in and out, back and forth, rotation in the thigh, a bend at the knee, and also a bend at the foot. I am very, very happy that they released a Catman. I hope this opens the door for further Batman villains to be released. More obscure villains would be very cool as well. My fingers are crossed personally for and I forgot his name. Arcane. I think a Clayface. Clayface would be very cool. The original Clayface with the domed head. Preston Payne, thank you. Preston Payne would be a very sweet addition to this line. Also, Arcane. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. The guy with the gold mask, and he's got the red hat, the cloak, and everything else. Someone's going to tell me, I'm sure, down below. He would also be a very cool addition. Maybe we'll even get an Orca. I don't know if anyone really wants an Orca, but the sky's certainly the limit. The fact that we got Catman hopefully opens the doors for much more obscure Batman villains to be released. I'm sure there are a lot of cool villains. We don't always need to get a Joker or a Riddler or Mr. Freeze. I want to see some rare figures, rare characters released. If you guys have any suggestions down below, put your comments down below and let me know. What are some of the more rare Batman villains you'd like to see released in this Batman Legacy line? And certainly there are a lot out there. Ooh, Ventriloquist would be very cool as well. Sky's the limit, my friends. In the meanwhile, I'm going to wrap this review up. Today's Toy Spot. By the way, if you're looking for a rating on this guy, I'm going to give Catman here an 8.5. A great figure, a decent sculpt, but what he really excels in is fantastic paint work. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Batman Legacy Series 2 Catman. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.